Does a bond between two identical atoms, such as a chlorine-chlorine bond, does this bond have polarity? Okay, there's a couple of ways to answer this, right? By definition, if something or if a specific type of bond has polarity, that means that the bond is a polar bond. Now, polar, you could think of PP, polar pull. So if a bond is polar and if it has polarity, that means that one of the atoms in the bond is being a little selfish. It's pulling the electrons to itself. So when you have a bond that's polar, there's a pull. And we'll say one atom is more selfish than the other. And this comes from a term called electronegativity. Now, in our example, we have two chlorines and a single bond. Would one of these chlorines want to, or can it, pull the electrons to itself? Well, if they have the same electronegativity, now if we do look on an electronegativity periodic table, right, with electronegativity values, chlorine would be roughly about 3 as far as electronegativity. And if you want to find out that difference to see if there's any, difference between the two of them, you would subtract these two numbers. But since they're exactly the same, they have exactly the same electronegativity. And electronegativity is the property in which one atom is greedy. One atom is going to pull the electrons to itself. But in terms of chlorine to chlorine, right, in this single bond, right, let's just pretend this is the space. Here's those electrons. A single bond represents 2 electrons. This chlorine, the one on the left, isn't pulling it closer, right? And on the other side, the chlorine on the right can't pull it any closer. So those electrons stay right smack in the middle. It's equal sharing. Which means that there would be technically no pulling. And because of that, there would be no pull. It would not be polar. This type of bond would be classified as nonpolar. Nonpolar, no pull. Exactly the same sharing. And also, you could think of the acronym SNAP. If I just do SNAP, we'll bring it down here. Maybe the P. There we go. If we think of SNAP, we have, if your bond between the two atoms are symmetrical, that is nonpolar. No pull. And if the atoms between the atoms between that bond are asymmetrical, then that bond would be polar. This is a general acronym. You just have to really watch out for your electronegativities. But in this case, they are totally symmetrical. Chlorine is on the left and on the right side. So you tell me, would a bond between two identical atoms, such as the chlorines, it could have been F and F, right? Could have been fluorines and fluorines, H and H. Does that bond have polarity? The big answer is a flat out no. It does not have polarity. It is classified as a nonpolar bond. And that is the answer. So does a bond between two identical atoms have polarity? No. And we are done with this problem. That was fun. What'd you think? If you want more practice, head on over to glazersguide.com. The link to these specific types of chemical bonds questions will be in the description. So just go on, click it over. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thank you so much. And I love hanging out with you guys. I'll see you on over at the website, all right? And remember, more practice equals more fun. I'll talk to you soon, and have a great day.
For more practice and for more fun, go to glazersguide.com.
And for more practice and for more fun, come on, go to glazersguide.com.